Marie lives with her husband and 2 young children. She has been diagnosed with osteogenesis imperfecta, or brittle bones.
My health visitor had been trying to find me some help it's been for about 9 months to a year, and we seemed to fall through the net on a lot of the adult disability services because I didn't want direct personal care. I didn't want help with washing and dressing, and that seemed to be the limitation of what they could offer. The idea of a direct payment came up, or personal budget as it is now, and it just seemed to fall really well with what I needed because of the flexibility that it would offer me, of having somebody there for the things that I really needed help with, like preparing, lunch for myself and things, lifting heavy pans and things like that. And it just seemed to fall really well with the things that I needed, rather than being too prescriptive with what somebody could offer at certain times of day. So that, it was very much flexible as to when I needed it and what the help I needed as well.
So do you have a personal assistant?
I do, yes. It's actually my brother who's my personal assistant, which has worked out really well because he obviously understands my medical history. He understands the situation that I've been in and the help that I need, so he can almost preempt the help that I need as well. So whereas somebody, if I was through a care agency and maybe you wouldn't have the continuity of people, they might obviously not know what sort of help you needed, whereas he can sort of just help exactly where I need it, but not take over everything that too much, because it was important to me that I still sort of had control of the childcare side of things. It was very important to me that I was the carer of my children, but I just had somebody being my arms and legs really and physically helping me out. In the short sort of period that I've had the personal budget, I've seen the immediate effects, very quickly, of being able to get out and about a bit more. But in the longer term, I can see that there is an option now for me to be able to get out and about, whereas before, if I was on my own, I would feel it would be quite a big deal for me to go out, because just logistically it would be quite difficult. Whereas now, I feel if I want to plan to go out, or if I wanted to start doing something different or join a group or something, it would just be a lot easier for me to do that. My children have benefited hugely. I managed to now get my little girl out to a play group, which I wasn't able to do before. Again, physically getting her in and out of the car. So she's had the benefit of having a social life herself, and I'm able then to sort of talk to other people my own age and see other mums and things, which I didn't before. Now I have a lot more energy in the evenings, whereas before I had the personal budget. By the time it was their bedtime or dinner time, I was in a lot of pain and I couldn't really do anything for them by the end of the day. Whereas now I'm finding, because I've managed to pace myself throughout the day and had the help that I needed with the physical things that I find it difficult, so I've got just generally my pain levels have been reduced in the evening, so I'm a lot happier and a lot more interactive with them as well. And as far as my husband's concerned, he's seen a huge benefit in that he doesn't need to worry so much when he's at work that he's going to get a phone call that he needs to come home because I need to go to bed for the afternoon because I've been in a lot of pain, because he knows that there's somebody here now to take care of things in the background, keeping things together while he's at work, so he can be at work. I did actually recently talk to a friend from university who was in a similar situation to me. Her mother was having to care for her and hold down 2 part-time jobs as well. And it was getting to a bit of breaking point with that family as well. After my experience, I gave her a call and said, had she heard of it, and she hadn't, and she approached her local authority, and she was able to set up a personal budget for herself, so her mother was able to come in and give up one of her part-time jobs, so she's being paid now for some of the care.
Do you think there are any disadvantages to having a personal budget?
I'd say for some people maybe it would be difficult to set up. Some people might feel that there's, you know, quite a bit of paperwork to do on a monthly basis or something, but I mean, personally, I've found that okay. But I think once you get into the swing of what's needed, I don't think that that would be a huge problem either. Apart from that, it's just worked out brilliantly, and I couldn't really ask for anything more.